Well, I mean, certainly get a win against East Carolina, the AAC. It's funny how that conference right there and the teams in it, and they think of them as the Power Six. So it was good and very gratifying to go out there and play at times exceptionally well. I mean, I think our defense was phenomenal. It was an opportunity for those guys to really showcase themselves. I think second fewest rushing yards in school history. I believe they allowed 50 yards rushing, and just put the pressure on them all day long. I mean, it just seemed like they had no answer for our defensive line and our pressure, and it was fun to see because I love to see great defense, and they were out there having fun and doing everything in their power to get that win. Even when we struggled that third quarter offensively and just couldn't get anything going, they continue to pick us up. They force those field goals right there, and just a phenomenal day on their part. And for a football team, when you come out there and you throw in the pick six to open up the game, and no one on that sideline blinked an eye, and that was very impressive to see that they all went out there. Our next possession offensively, I think we go down and score in a minute and 10 seconds, minute and 15 seconds, and continue to put the hammer down, and that was fantastic. And it was really good for me to see our football team do that, but in particular our quarterback. Because a lot of times when you're a young quarterback and you throw that kind of ball and it takes it back, especially in the first play of the game, that can deflate you. But it didn't, and he came back strong, played a pretty decent game, and overall I was very, very pleased. It's an awesome time to get a win. Special teams, we certainly we've got to shore up. There was a lot of sloppiness there in the second half that was just for whatever reason, lack of focus. That's on our coaching staff to make sure we don't falter in that area, and we will certainly address it because we are not a team that needs to be giving up a fake field goal, a block punt for a touchdown. Otherwise, it would have been a phenomenal day.
All right, we'll take questions for Coach. If you would, unmute yourself and identify yourself, and you may ask your question.
Hey, Coach. Julian Hart of The Signal. You guys played a great game, especially in the first half. And you guys also, I remember in the first game you played, you also played a great game in the first half against Louisiana Lafayette. What is it about, getting off to great starts in the first half that your team excels at? Because you guys seem to come out on fire every time you guys are in the first half. So talk to me about how great how great you guys are in the first half.
Well, I mean, when we talk about that a lot of times. I mean, we have a start fast period offensively, and we have a tempo start fast period that we open up practice with right after our stretch. And it's just, preparation. I mean, that's one thing you have to do. A lot of teams, may go from stretch to go into field goal, but we start off instantly, almost like it's a scrimmage versus one another. And it's just 5 or 6 plays, but it's high tempo, high energy, go, 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 go. And I think that helps us. Maybe that's it. But I think we're very focused, and we're coming out, and we're ready to play.
Coach Destin had another big day. Can you talk about his performance and just kind of what you've come to expect from him?
Well, Destin had a pretty good day. Probably, he fumbled the football, comes off, shows his butt on the sideline, throws his helmet down. And whatever you think is a good day isn't very good to me. He was solid. But you can't act like that. You can't do the things like he did there and expect to be a high caliber player, somebody that we're going to trust to go in there and get us really, really tough yards. We addressed him on the sideline, how to talk with him, comes back and finishes out strong. And it's a learning experience. But he is certainly capable of having big games. I just want him to keep his emotions in check. He probably looks at me and says, "Yeah, Coach, I want you to keep your emotions in check too." But we all can learn from our mistakes. And I think Destin's a great back. I think he's got a big-time future. And I want him to put together a perfect game. So there was a couple things out there that kind of just soured me.
Hi, Coach. This is Denaji from Panther Report News. I just briefly wanted to ask, can you tell me what was going through your mind during the third quarter off to a slow start?
I'm sorry, you're going to have to repeat yourself.
Could you tell me what was going through your mind during the third quarter?
Yeah, let's play better offensively. Put a drive together. We had 2 drives inside basically the 50-yard line in the plus territory. Let's go score and kind of put a dagger in them. We didn't do that. We did not. Didn't have the focus and the willpower enough to go out there offensively and get it done. Our defense played really well. I think they gave up 6 points during that period. We had a couple miscues, but all in all, stay the course, get back to where you were, and that's what we're trying to do. And for whatever reason, it didn't happen, but we're able to pull out that victory. My thoughts, I don't ever drag my head. It's hard to get me down. You just look at the situations and how you can react and respond to them in a positive manner that's going to lead you into the fourth quarter. So that was what I was thinking. But I knew some of those plays that we were giving up were just crazy foolish.
Coach, were you trying to make it uncomfortable for their quarterback? Because he's got a lot of skills, and you guys were on him from the start.
That's a tribute to our defensive front. I mean, they were all over them all day long. Fantastic. I mean, you had Dante Wilson, Hardrick Willis. God, I mean, just all of them. Stretch out there. It was great to see. I mean, it really was. It was fantastic to see them. The penetration and the effort. We let them get out a few times on some contain and gain some first downs. Otherwise, you look at 50 yards rushing, and it could have probably been minus 50 yards rushing had we just kept some contains. But what a great effort on the entire defense.
And also, it looked like in the first half when you guys went hurry up, they were having a hard time keeping up with that. Did you see something that you thought that might be a good idea for you?
We really didn't. I mean, what we saw, and I'll just say this for everyone that's out there, but we watched a little news conference from their defensive coordinator, and he called our offense normal, and they had just played UCF, and we were nothing like those guys. So we want to push the envelope, and I think we pushed the envelope enough where he probably said, "Whoa," But that's who we are. We were on fire in the first half, other than that first play, and really felt good about it. And then they stalemated us there in the third quarter. I don't know the relaxation for what reason, but we can't have that. We got to continue to push the envelope. I think tempo is our friend, and I think we can learn from that.
Coach Brady Weiler, ThursdayNight.com. Do you expect to a little degree as Quad continues to grow some up and down? There were a couple throws maybe he wanted back, but some great moments. So do you expect a little of that as he continues to get better to maybe that get cleaned up? But was that something you were expecting, maybe having him as a freshman starting this year?
Yeah, you got to take the roller coaster ride. Everybody buys a ticket when you put a redshirt freshman or a true freshman out there. So you just buy the ticket and you take the ups and downs. Hopefully we can teach him during the game, the sideline, some of the plays that sometimes you got to hand that sucker off instead of trying to go for the home run when there's a soft corner. There was a couple times he was out there and we were right there fixing to score, and he's out there dancing a little bit, acting like a kid. And I want this game to be fun. There's 2 reasons why you play it: to have fun and to win. But I want him to have some composure. And I want him to be the quarterback that I think he can be, and we think he can be, and he's going to be.
But on the same note, he also found Sam Pinkney a lot. Sam had a huge day.
Sam had a great game. Sam's capable of having big-time games each and every week. He's a great football player, and it's hard to keep him off the field. It really is. And he's just such a good person, and you love being around him. He practices hard. He lays everything out there, and it was really good to see him go out there and compete the way he did.
Coach Jeremy York, Impact Media. First of all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
And that's a tradition we need to bring back. We need to congratulate you more. What has the addition of Chris Moore as an outsider coming to the inside meant to Stevens McQueen and Chris Bacon and the nucleus you already had on the defensive back?
Well, I think Chris gives us an older head back there that allows the communication to be on point. In order to play good defense, you got to be an assignment-oriented and aligned properly. And I think he communicates real well with everyone and gets us in position to be successful.
How tough is it going to be to have to take another week off, and how tough is it to kind of get in a rhythm of a season when you're playing a week and then, I mean, obviously last week you didn't know you were going to be off, but having another bye before you get into Sunbelt.
It's 2020. Expect the unexpected. So we don't really care about anything else other than the next day. You know, Monday we may be playing somebody. Who knows? Tuesday we may not. I don't have no idea. It's just what it is this type of season. So, you know, if we understand and we go with the doggone, like I said, the roller coaster ride that we're on and not make too much of it, we should be okay.